excited to be here on December 3rd, 2018, to witness the swearing in of the first California Indian into the California State Legislature. It's been 168 years, and we received our first California Indian into the state legislature today.
San Bernardino, Ramos.
Congratulations.
James is a very relatable person. There's no, he's so humble and he works so hard, and he takes advice as well as gives advice. And I think that's what makes people respond and makes his message resonate. And I think he has a great opportunity to enable and to reach out to the youth and to other people to realize what can be done.
The first time that I was introduced to the legislative system was when we started to lobby for Indian gaming. We came up, lobbied our issue. At that point, in learning the legislative process for someone to introduce a piece of legislation, we started to be engaged with the other elected leaders here in the state of California during that time. And then as a tribe, during that time, we would come back and work with other tribal members from throughout California. And we started to talk about that we needed to have tribal members from California start to be elected into the legislature, into county boards, into the school districts, because that's the only way that we were really going to have a strong voice if we were actually on the dais making decisions for our community. And then I ran for the San Bernardino Community College Board of Trustees in 2005 and won that position. So then we ran for the County Board of Supervisors in 2012, won that position, and then won re-election. And so this position, the Assembly 40th District, opened up, and I decided to run and was successful. I got a lot of good support from friends throughout Indian country. Marianne Andreas, Jolie Delatorre, from the beginning were supportive. Tribal governments came forward and supported me throughout the different race that we ran, as well as the Democratic Party in the state of California, because of the values that we fought for and continue to fight for in our community and in our district.
I've known James Ramos for several decades now. I've known him since he was a young student at Cal State San Bernardino when I was a young professor, and he was coordinating the California Indian Cultural Awareness Week at his campus. In between classes, he was bringing together California Indian cultural leaders, teachers, scholars together to teach the community about California Indian peoples in the contemporary, in the historical, our political. So James has been an active participant in our California Indian community to educate just everyday citizens about who we are and that we're still here. And so it's been wonderful to see his career flourish, and wonderful to see his family support him through this journey every step of the way as he supports the rest of us and telling our story, making sure that we're visible, making sure that policies affect us in the best way possible. So I'm really excited today to be here to support him and to stand with his family and applaud him as he's inducted into the California State Legislature.
This is a resolution on behalf of the Native American Caucus of the California Democratic Party that we are going to have framed and submit to James Ramos as the first California Native American to be elected to the California State Legislature, and talks about how he's the past chairman of the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians, the first Native American to serve on the San Bernardino County Board of Supervisors, served on the San Bernardino County Board of Trustees. Jerry Brown appointed James Ramos to the California State Board of Education, and we're congratulating him and recognizing him for all of his achievements, and we think we're going to call him a trailblazer because he's the first. We need a woman now. That's going to be our next task. But James has been a tireless worker in achieving his dream. He educated himself. He educated himself on the needs of his community, law and order, homelessness, education, everything you can think of. James has worked on, and he's been very tireless and selfless in all of his all of the tasks that he set before him.
Walking through these halls, getting sworn in, these hallways, I mean, there's been bills, there's been decisions made in history from the beginning of the state of California. Our clan was almost wiped off this earth, but yet we survived. And it's not just the story of the Serrano people, this is the story of California Indian people in general. But when you look at the makeup of this legislature going into 2018, you see a diverse group that now represents the diversity of the state of California, that includes for the first time a California Indian presence.